Hello, and welcome to another episode of me or MacIver playing Disco Elysium. We are near the end, I presume. So where we're currently at, we found a sniper. Some guy's been on the island for decades, um, basically after the revolution. Um, yeah, he's been hanging around basically. Um, he's about to confess to the murder. Um, but also he's saying that he was convinced to do it by Everett and his twin brother. Twin brother or just regular brother. So I need to get a confession out of this dude. And then I presume we're going to go to the Everett brothers and probably face a big dude. Kind of think about the guy that's talking about race theory and shit like that. Yeah. I presume we're close to the end. And these dialogues tend to be quite long, so I don't know if I could do it in these 4 hours or not. I could tend to have one dialogue that takes up 2 hours alone or something. See how it goes. Yeah, yeah. And apart from that, like if you guys are interested in Deltarune, chapter 3 and 4 is going to be released on Thursday, so I'm going to be playing that Thursday 6 p.m. And see how much I could get done. Basically, really hyped for that. Anyway, without further ado, cheers to another stream, and yeah, let's do this. Oh. Alright, so I should see you in a sec. Done right. What about now? It's getting right there for a sec. Alright, continue. Where's the light at? Don't remember doing this though.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
So how can you not see the plasmid? The phasmid?
See.
He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing.
Snap your fingers under his nose, wave your hand in front of his eyes, touch his shoulder gently. Yeah, I'll touch his shoulder.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
Sorry, give me a sec. Alright, cool.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened to this man? We found some things in the plasma's nest, Mr. Dross. What happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
He looks at him, then you. I think it's the phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
I couldn't see it, Kim. It just... the reads for him. Oh, he couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reads for him. He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in his company. Yeah? I'll conclude. He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is in this company?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
We found some things in the Phasmid's nest. I'm wondering, I found the scope in the nest. I wonder if I could have found it naturally early on in the game. And maybe they're helping me out and tossed me a bone because I didn't find it.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the ceramic helmet. Show him the detached scope. I'll do that first.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid.
Lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Go on, Zaya.
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor bee.
Show him the ceramic helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
I'm going to let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
Hang tight and leave.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Too long. How long is too long? Use a boat, return to mainland. Dicemaker said it would be 8 days. Right, I'm going to get a torch on the go. I think double guns might be a bit overkill. I don't remember it being this dark when we last left it. Was it 2 AM last time as well? Probably was. I can't see anything. Let's just check around this room first. See, make sure there's nothing else inside. No, I think that's it. Should I sleep here tonight? Oh, it feels like a nation's Las Vegas. Yeah.
The greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero. The greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner.
There's only an hour sleep. I don't know how long you stay awake for though. Yeah, do I go to sleep? No. Cool, let's do the boat back.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's double check our missions.
The skiff is swept.
Lex, we are done here.
He says, adjusting his glasses as he looks over the water.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Oh yeah, he's waiting for me. Can get jumped. I don't know.
Look what the tide brought him.
Says a man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Wait, you're the man with sunglasses? Forget all about this, there's a giant. No one else seems bothered by the bleeding. Wait, you're the man with the sunglasses?
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He had suddenly regained his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Way to feed me to the wolves. No, Kim. You gotta have my back. Let's destroy them. Thank you, Lieutenant. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding. What's this about? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fuck around with these guys. I'm not gonna go for every option. Out of curiosity, do I have a level? I have a level. Alright, cool. What's this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
Is he gonna take over the investigation, ain't he?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
What's the shit, kid? How'd you know I was here? You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman. Points at her. So, Trent Hiddleston turns out to be special consultant. Trent Hiddleston. Duped again. No one who they say they are. No one's who they say they are. You mentioned task force? We're here. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal. So Trans Hiddleston turned out to be special consultant.
Yes, I'm Trond Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trond Heilestam.
Wait, what's up with the kid then? So what are you, special consultant here? Okay, you're Trond Hiddleston, special consultant, I get it. So what are you, special consultant here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
You mentioned task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, totally, I get it. Major crime unit.
He doesn't remember.
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke. At least that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his way, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson? Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna fucking do that. All will burn. Satellite officer, Valkyrie, make no mistakes about it. Why didn't you detect or die then? Why would you leave a literal police squad? I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore. Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Ooh, we burned satellite. That was the previous option. I said all those things here. I mean, not really good options, but I'll do the fourth one. I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore.
Sure. You're not a superstar law official. Talk on the town is your Guillaume Le Million reincarnate. I know this shit. Nothing has changed.
Not doing any of these. They're just gonna cause me trouble. None of this is ringing any bells. Move on.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pound, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, socioeconomically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory? I drank so much I lost my memory and now I'm slowly recovering it? Yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna do that. Let's see who the others are first. I made it all up. It was a fantasy, a stupid joke. I know who I am now. I might have something to do with an anomaly in the church. 2mm hole in the wall. I'm a highly experimental detective. This was the method I used to solve the case. That's also quite an interesting one. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. Oh, that's good as well. No, let's go straight up fact. I drank so much, lost my memory, and now I'm slowly recovering it.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
Thank you, Kim. Got my back.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have.
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He gestures towards the scene.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I made it lead again. Line detective is good for now. He's wrong. I'm too far gone for work. Fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit. What now? I'm ready to lead again. Yeah, I do it.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Hold on. In the ocean? Faint ignorance. It was stolen by Jacob Orr. I drove in the ocean when I was drunk. I thought a killer would be underwater. He wasn't. Tequila Sunset. I also jumped the canal, by the way. I don't know what it's doing there. I drove in the ocean when I was drunk. Yeah.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Wait, my badge. I got my badge. Well, luckily I got my badge. Okay. I lost it. I haven't found it yet. He's not going to take the badge. He's just going to see if I still have it. What do I do? Have is this futuristic armor? Clench your armor fist. Yeah, I'll show him the badge.
He squints at it, suspiciously, trying to ascertain if it's not a blue candy wrapper or a piece of vinyl.
Okay. And your gun?
What is it with all these material objects?
He wants to see. He's trying to find something to pin me on, to make me look incompetent. Just repeat gun. My gun's right here, showing the Villiers 99. I have a new gun now. Present Ruby gun. I've upgraded my gun for a rifle. Gun, badge, car. These are all things. Things don't matter. People do. Ooh, that might be interesting. Go conceptual. Yeah, I'll show him my guns right here.
Ah, he has it. I thought it was in the ocean. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Fuck you. I didn't lose my gun. I have my gun. Showing the gun. So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again. I tried not to, but I can't work as well without it. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again. Yeah, I'll do that.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yes, thanks, Kim. Got my fucking back. hold on. I just haven't washed myself after the autopsy. Yeah, I handled an actual corpse. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry, I smell bad. Not just matters, my odor situation is it's meaningless compared to what I discovered. Yeah, I'm giving this cop no room to dig in. I'm basically just keep to the facts and just tell him to fuck off, basically. Hold on, I just haven't washed myself. Yeah, I handled an actual corpse. Yeah.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Kim saw it all.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Kelsey, she was some kind of spy from the Order, specially trained. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue to let us to the island. Okay, I got duped here. She pulled one on me. Yes, I let her go. As an act of mercy. That's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about. It doesn't matter, none of it does. We're all looking out at the oxygen holocaust times a quadrillion. I've come to know the final fate of man in the universe. Man, there's all these crazy conceptual ones there. But that's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about. Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure, if it's part of your master plan. Let's not even get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself in the head. Another detail. Or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Yeah, well, I can't handle the dice rolls.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The
Thank
company
you.
hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said. I also solved the case. I solved all of it. Yeah, as Moscow got wiped. Where the hell were you? The firefight is a trivial matter compared to the great discovery of the century. I'm just sorry. Yeah, what he said. Yeah, what he said. I was gonna...
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
Yeah, fuck you. He brushes a stray strand of hair out of his eye and coughs.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Can't take Kim, back me up here.
The case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Yes, come to help me.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist. He recently attempted to contact a coalition warship in order to assign la responsabilité, which is commendable, but also at odds with his own behavior. Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of them.
Yeah?
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact.
I was hoping this was going to lead on to like him complimenting me. It's like a compliment and a sandwich.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
I was off the clock. I'm allowed to do off the clock.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species,
A new species?
a colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Thick white snow falls all around you. Flakes stick to the glossy photo of the phasmid. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Oceana. Boom shakalaka, motherfucker. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. Be humble. But also like a bit sarky at the same time. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
He ignores you, still staring at the phasmid.
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Boom, boom, boom. Chum, yes, the phasmids may have contributed to the mental state in some way over the years. It's probably not connected per se, but the perpetrator knew of its existence. Okay, which one? 2 or 3? Free. Probably not connected per se, but the perpetrator knew of its existence.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
I swear this guy's gonna fuck me over. At least I thought so earlier. He seems to be on my side now. But that face is of someone who's gonna fuck you over, right?
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Hey, I even got Gene on my side. His tired eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I also started a nightclub in the church. Also, the phasmid was female. The reads are in this. The killer, Livonovic Dross. We have a strong motive for him. The previous head of the Debarders Union was assassinated by our killer. And I also fixed the strike situation. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found. How is he related? I also looked into the mystery of the Doomsday commercial area. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back? Alright, let's go with let's stick to the facts. Let's stick to the case. So I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not talking about nightclub. The killer, Livonovic Dross, we have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym? I don't time this straight to the motive. Please. A revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Larsovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Oh shit. Interesting.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed a mercenary in act of jealousy. He killed a mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the Union. Actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. Yeah, he killed a mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the Union. Yep.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combatant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanicism. Like the Phasmid. It's way more than that. I'll win her back with this. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach us in cop school. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle. I'm still not completely satisfied with it. It could be a little nearer. There's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism like the Phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
What else do we have? The previous head of the Debois Union assassination by our killer. Yeah.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez, where Evrart and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
The lieutenant lowers his voice just a little.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything Union-related, for political neutrality.
I also fixed the strike situation.
How? It seems to be ongoing. I see red banners on the gates.
He didn't quite solve it. He cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Evrart, until the rep came to see that the Union desires war. At which point Mrs. Messier decided to...
He shrugs.
What? Hand clear the terminal?
It was an accident. I did it for the World Revolution. I just taught some people some things, no big deal. Things are calmer now. I mastermind the solution to an unsolvable problem. Yeah, do I go humble or do I go... Yeah, let's go humble. I just taught some things, no big deal. Things are calmer now.
Sounds like you got played, Harry. Because you were off your tits on Al Ghul.
Hey, how do you know about Al Ghul?
It doesn't matter how I know about Al Ghul. What matters is, you're Everclear's messenger now. A Union man, as he calls it. He's a mob boss, did you know? Is that why you want us to investigate the assassination of the previous Union head thing? To get off Everett's hook?
No, it's nothing like that. He was reckless with information, but ethical. We don't owe anyone anything. This allowed us to stabilize things in Martinez.
I tried so hard not to actually do any jobs for him, but the story wouldn't continue unless I did a job for Everett.
God, calm down, Jean.
Yeah, John. Listen to your partner.
Silence. Good. The man doesn't know what to say.
There's also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Looked into the mystery of the Doom commercial area. Don't want to say that? Yeah.
I don't know what the Doom commercial area is.
A commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it. Nothing's not important. Fuck it.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't sound too important, since it's not connected to the case or a giant living organism.
So, would you say you want to take this hot ship back? Well, what others? Phasmid was female. Start a nightclub. Yeah, no, I don't need that. So, would you say you want to take this hot ship back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
A quick nod.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay.
Task complete.
We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am. I think I have an option.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I? Why am I like this? Okay, I'm a day cop working for La Puta Mondre. Precinct 41. What kind of station is it? The Fazvid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP. Lieutenant King Kiswagi, what would you do now? I'm ready. Is the game ending? Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head northward.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean, the Sea Wing is, and Pierce is. Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance? Point at a church. So I work in a bloody murder station. And Pierce is?
Ptolemy Price?
Price.
He's the
sorry.
son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nixon Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. 2 clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
And the Sea Wing is?
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
It's like Slow Horses, the TV show. Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance? Did we recently shoot up a church? Yeah.
So he remembers that.
I don't
Yes,
know anything about
there
it.
may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Well, let's finish it. So I work in a bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershaw. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Okay, am I a cop working for La Puta Mondre? Don't want to say that. Kisawagi, what would you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He takes a look around into the deepening shadows of the streets, then pulled up his collar.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that, Station 41? Is this leading on to a sequel? It sounds like it's leading on to a sequel. Want to do that at Station 41? Yeah, the
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Can't work in Prison 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Recruit Detective Kim. Yay. This feels like the end. I thought we'd be going to take on the brothers, but it feels like it's just going to end here, and those brothers, Everett, is going to be for a sequel.
He's really considering it.
Yeah, quality. The Phasmin, I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about the Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
She looks at Vanquimere.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Does it always say end? It normally says conclude, doesn't it? Am I a dirty cop? Yeah.
No.
No, because the suspect seems to think.
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Let's clear that up.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
But before.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That explains a lot. No way, I was a rock and roll singer. Yeah, yeah.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
Funny as fuck. The collection of flower sportswear I've amassed.
Your moves on the church floor, which honestly were just jump aerobics. Your use of the word graffito.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too. God, even this javelin throwing freak hair.
Oh god, contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
he's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sport and principle of the open competition. A 5,000 to 1 rank outsider. Yeah, gotta get back into that. When was this? When was I the gym teacher? He said in Corn. I was a gym teacher there. Why did I join the RCM then? Let's do the first one. Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principle.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s? You've really let yourself go since then.
You said in Corn, I was a gym teacher there?
Yes, you taught gym in school. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue, the worn floorboards. Kuro is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Okay, I see now. Conclude.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick, who?
Dora something. Dora Engeland. Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Dora England? You weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years? Oh, okay, 6 years is not that much. It couldn't have been 6. 3, let's go 3. 6 years? Question mark.
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Huh? Figures? No, I mean, what does she do? I mean, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go on.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Alright, let's end it. I'm ready.
Good.
She looks at you, then Vakumir.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the night sky, the great district sleeps. A chessboard of old wooden houses in the snow. 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway. To Boogie Street glowing on the horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber.
Oh yeah?
In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes.
How do you stand? What's that?
Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
End, as that's a different color. Hey. Yeah. That was another hour. The stream's only an hour long. So, yeah, last stream, I was going beyond 10. I suppose I could have carried for my hour, but I probably would have been annoying myself for rushing it. So I'm glad I gave myself a bit of a break and came out of it today. This means the streams are shorter than usual. But yeah, it's a great ending. I so thought that we were going to go after the brothers, the Everett brothers. But it's kind of like the books I've been reading in the game of the Dick and Mullen, and like how he has different episodes. It's kind of like Pulp Fiction novels as well, isn't it? Like just like standalone episodes. You can say it's so to set this up for a sequel. That'd be really good if there was more sequels. I'm glad my relationship with Kim worked out well in the end as well. I was worried he's going to die or get pissed off with me. But at one point out of one, I think I kind of slowed down a bit. I tried to do the job with Everett, and that basically locked off all other routes. It was like a mandatory quest, and Kim was getting really pissed off with me then. I don't know if that's naturally how the story goes, but it felt like I was getting a bit behind. And then beyond that, I basically kind of rushed ahead and started progressing with the story and getting good rolls right up until Ruby fight. And I felt one of the dice rolls there, which ended up committing suicide. And then following up with the fight, the Tribunal, which I got the majority of the dice rolls, but I think one of the most important ones was the one where I think it was a red dice roll, where the woman got shot, and then all hell broke loose. So I think it was 50-50 on dice rolls in that one. So that could have gone there. But I ended up shooting though, and helping Kim out. So I got the most important rolls succeeded, so that was cool. Because I held off doing the Everett mission, I failed to go into the basement area, and I feel like one or two other areas is kind of locked off for me. So if I did this again, I'll definitely know what to do and find some places, go to places I haven't done before. So yeah, that was cool. It was a cool game. I liked it. Dialogue is really good. It felt like sometimes though, like some of the actual decisions didn't matter. Like facing the finale is facing the sniper, and I fucked up on a couple of the dice rolls in that, but it didn't seem to affect the outcome. Yeah, there seems like a lot more secrets to this that I'd like to go back into and play again. And just the general, like, I think one of the things that sells it as well is like it's a classic like film noir story that you haven't seen a good one in a long while. I haven't seen a good one in a long while. It used to be all about the film noir detective, down now cop detective dude, and like with your trusty sidekick as well. Like in the 80s, you had like millions of like buddy cop movies. You just don't have them anymore. so I was kind of happy. Like right off the bat, it's just like, oh, Kim, like he's a good partner to have in this. He's just kind of rooting for them all the way. But yeah, they're making a whole bunch of games into films now, so I really think they can make this into a film easy enough, and they should. Really good game. Yeah, the other aspect I liked about the game was the D&D aspect, the dice rolls, and the different psychological abilities you can level up. The mechanics of that was really well done. It made it really fun. Yeah, really good game. The voice acting was superb. I've never heard voice acting that good in a game before. Yeah, just good all around. And how long has this game now been? This is part 16, is it? Part 17? Basically 4 hours per part, so what's that? So there's a bit of maths, I suppose. So it's quite a bit longer than I expected. But I did like faff around a bit. I tend to faff around a bit in games. I always try to scrape every nook and cranny. But I feel like you build a character personality in this, which I think is really cool. Like other people who play games have totally different outcomes and different styles. And I feel like I created a character that like I was happy to create. Like, I wanted like a straight and narrow kind of detective. And someone who didn't drink. Like just a detective who freaking shit out. And final cut, okay. And they acknowledge that as well, which is quite good. That bit with Kim basically just giving you like a briefing, a debrief of like what you did in the game. That was really cool. I wonder if there was an alternative to the sniper. I wonder if you can fail that. I wonder if you can actually get like a bad ending in this. It feels like this is only one ending. There's only one ending in the game, and I got it. I'll be happy to know if there was multiple endings, and if there was bad endings. So I do feel like I got like a good ending in the end. Yeah. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of Googling now. I don't know anything about the company. I heard it got fucked over by producers or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch of like research into this now. I'm quite curious now how it got made. So a lot of people knew that. Voice actor of the German trailer. So part of this credits now we're in the translator. This is normally at the end, right? After this, then you normally have music or Q&A, I suppose. Thanks to the community translation for the contributions. I didn't realize so many people made this game. How big the translation? I wonder also if I slept another hour before the game ended, something would have happened, maybe. Yeah, I feel like there might be like 1 or 2 even better endings, possibly. Like this, the dream about like your ex-wife. She says something about like, come speak to me again tomorrow or something like that. Sure, I guess. I'll probably watch the playthroughs of other people. I've been watching Multiversus play it, and I might watch Pat Stares At. I'll see what options they go through. Multiversus, he basically just went a bit wild and just started doing all the crazy options. and his one's like really different to my playthrough. Are these credits speeding up? Disco Wilder. Font licensing. Russian. New Humans, Stress Relief, Resilient, Play Tested, Special Thanks. Larian Studios. Good. As well, UK Game Industry Slack channel. Discord community. Training. Mankind be vigilant and lovely. Hey, that's it. Collage. Well, we got another 3 more hours. Collage content policy. Alright, I just can't accept that. This mode contains spoilers. Okay. Cool model. It's painted on as well, ain't it? Oh, I might do that. I've been doing some Blender work recent, and yeah, painted on models really cool. You. Do we have the finger guns? Do we get to play in these? Well, not that one. Have they been unlocking them throughout the game, or? Why have they killed him? What's weird? Is there any characters I haven't seen? Any secret characters? Oh, what the fuck's that? Do I know that one? Yeah, I think I do, yeah. Don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this one is. Student communist. Echo maker. Where the fuck's this guy? Clean lady. Oh, okay. Real estate agent. Sleeping doc. Oh yeah, we've got those ones. Oh, these drawings are so good. Oh, you can actually put them in. Alright, let's get Kim. Yeah, quality. Can we move him? So I've never seen a extra like this in a game. Oh, why did it not count it? Oh, what else do we have? Dwelling legs. Oh, what's going on? These are different effects. Overexposed. Let's get a bit of blue. Get rid of her. Don't need her. Oh, you can change the size of them. Let's get appropriate. Cool. Then it didn't apply. Cool. I think that counted, yep. What else we have? I can't select any of these. Oh, apply, right. Can we get the cafe ground level? Yep. Where are my counters? Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Cool. Time of day. Morning. Yeah, it's cool. What are you doing? This is fun. I have options here. Cool. What else can we do? Let's get rid of the scenes. Alright. That's enough for now. I think everything else we do. How'd you go? Yep. Suppose too late for options. Alright, cool. I suppose we leave it at that. It's a little bit of a shorter stream than usual. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Let's get the big screen on go. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. That was Disco Elysium. 62 hours I played of it. I wonder what the usual. Normally I spend a lot of time scraping, so my game time is normally a lot higher than the average completion time. But it's good. I wonder, I think maybe in the future I'll go back to it again, like offline, just see if you get a better ending, or like do stuff I failed to do this time around. But yeah, that's cool. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm now freed up. So Thursday I'm doing Deltarune episode 3 and 4, which is the first day release. So yeah, feel free to join me for that. And apart from that, next week, once I finish Deltarune, I'll do. I think next Tuesday will be Deltarune as well. Then it kind of ties up quite nicely actually. But yeah, after Deltarune, I'll be doing Crow Country. Crow Country, something like that. Which is a horror game. There's not much to PlayStation 1 horror games, survival horror. So yeah. Yeah, cool. Thank you for joining me, and see you for some Deltarune on Thursday. Thank you.